What's up guys, DevilDog here from Explorminate.com, here to show you more beta StarDrive 2. Sorry it's taken me so long to get here. Unfortunately I do have a job. I work as a firefighter paramedic and that is crazy hectic sometimes. And I have a 15-month-old son, so getting to the computer sometimes is literally impossible. So sorry that it's taken so long. Before I start, I want to tell you that this will probably be my last video for a little bit, at least a little bit of time. Zero wants to figure out what he wants to do as far as his PR strategy, and I don't really want to step on his toes, so I'm gonna hold off on making any more videos until he figures out what he wants to do and we move forward from there. And the other good news is that I have a new microphone, so hopefully the audio is much better, and if it's not, then I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm trying. What I'm gonna do is I basically just show you. I played ahead a little bit and try to get to a spot where I can kind of formulate a strategy so that I don't look like an idiot like I did last time. Speaking of last time, I wanted to apologize about my freighter snafu. I figured out, or at least I was told, I was taught that the upper right hand corner here where it shows food summary, that is actually my food surplus, and my freighters won't move any food until there's an actual surplus. And if you go back to the old video, you'll see that there was a -3 here instead of a 2 or any positive number, and that's why they weren't moving anything from Vader to Army. So you live and learn. I usually try to just break this thing instead of playing it for real, so I learned something. So hopefully that teaches you guys in the process. So what happened in the few short turns that I've played to kind of get ahead a little bit is that I ended up meeting the Draylock. They're down here, and I met them through going through this wormhole here. I had a scout that went through, and I don't know if is he still down? No, he's not still down there. Although this is a good planet, so I'm gonna see if I can't sneak into there and steal it. But I went through there. I also built a refueling station here at this gas giant because I was originally going to use it as a hub. It's kind of I don't know, leapfrog across the galaxy here. I'm not sure that I'm really going to get to that since this is only going to be one video, about 30 to 45 minutes long, and it probably just won't get to that point. But the other thing I wanted to show you is that I may have played like 15 turns tops, and what I've done is I've started to build automated rover base. In fact, now I can just go ahead and rush production on them, and we can go to Army as well. Yep, I can rush the production on that, because what happened was I met the Draylock and they're actually ahead of me in tech. So I was thinking that, well, actually what I did is I moved one of my population points from Volfar to Army, because Army wasn't really actually producing people quickly enough. Right here you can see how quickly it would occur, and it was like 40 something turns. So I was like, maybe I should just move one from Volfar and then have Volfar grow a new one, and they're much faster. And on top of that, I also got a new hero. This is Bloodfang. I'll show you this guy. He has a virility plus 5% bonus, which basically means he makes people, or he makes population faster because he likes the women. And he's actually on his way to Volfar, so we can produce that population point faster. When he gets there, we'll come back and take a look to see how much faster it is. It says 5%, so it's not going to be that much, but it's better than nothing. So what I did too is in the process, I switched around some people so I can move some into the research, so I can produce research, so I can actually catch up to the Draylock. And let's take a look at the Draylock. We can take a look at the diplomacy while we're here. So here's the diplomacy screen. He's calling it the political screen, or the political menu, and it gives you an indication of what the leader of this said race is like. And you can mouse over any of these traits, and then you can come down here and see the racial traits. And then they've obviously got this as a negative, and then they are good spies as they were in StarDrive 1. I guess it's still StarDrive 1 exists still, and they are also fantastic traders, so they're very good. They gain 100% more income from trade. and they're charismatic, which is about to show. Actually, I'm about to show you what that does as far as the bonus it provides. This is the espionage spot area. I built the spy before. He's now defending against their supreme capabilities of spying, so he's not really going to be doing a very good job, I'm sure. But I can move him into offensive to an offensive position and accumulate intelligence points, which then allow me to basically like act on like intelligence missions, stealing research, sabotaging, stuff like that. So let's go into contact. This should look familiar to a lot of you StarDrive 1 players. This, for some reason, the Dreylock are my favorite as far as watching them because of this crazy shit that's about to happen. Yeah. What? So what do they actually look like? I'm assuming they actually look like that. And then they're like, you know, projection is to look like a kind of a hot female because, you know, it's obviously a little bit easier to look at and easier for diplomacy. It's crazy, I like them. Anyways, I'm gonna keep going. Sorry, stayed too long on that screen. So this is the diplomacy, or this is the negotiation screen, I should say. And what I want to show you about the racial trait that I was talking to you about is it affects my approval of them. So my base approval rating for everybody is 50% unless they're bad at diplomacy, and then it drops to 40. They're charismatic, so it adds 10%, and then we have a small trade agreement going on. And that's been going on for 3 turns now, and it adds 4.6 to my approval of them for an overall approval rating of 64.6. So that means my general mood towards them is warm, and my effect on the effect of my approval on tolerance is plus 14.6, and I'm gonna go into that in just a second. Over here is my approval, or their approval of mine, or mine, and what it basically shows is the same thing, only they actually tried to extort me for money a little while ago, and I said no, go the hell away, and they now approve of me less as a result. Whatever, douches. And that has a negative 5.4 effect on my tolerance. So let's go down to tolerance. Tolerance is basically the level of which I feel comfortable with certain agreements or certain you know, like basically like the offer that's on the table, how comfortable I feel with that offer, and that is basically as a result of my tolerance of that said race. So if my opinion of them is higher, and you know, basically I just like them more, my tolerance is going to be higher. And also the opposite is true. If for some reason we don't like each other, or our you know, our past history hasn't been so great, their tolerance is going to be lower. Like their tolerance of me and any offer I suggest is lower. We can come here and I can basically show you what this is all about. So this is actually something that I'm not even okay with, which this is a system that I'm good with. I like it a lot because basically it's saying that my people don't like the Dreylocks enough that a medium trade rights is okay. So on the flip side, they might like the fact that I'm paying them money. See, their tolerance of that is lower than their max. So they're actually okay with the fact that I give them money. Or actually, that's right, sorry, they're going to give me money, 50 BC, in exchange for trade rights. But I'm not okay with it, so I can't confirm it. And I really like that, because I can't just like throw crap at them, I can't extort them. I mean, it just has to be, it has to be, you know, there's a long game involved in the diplomacy, which I really like. So that is the negotiation screen, and it's awesome, and it's obviously a work in progress. Everything's still beta. So I think maybe some of these, like that number there, negative 5.4 to the, like, whatever, to the millionth point there, I don't know, it's obviously that kind of stuff should go, and it should be rounded up to the whole number, but it's obviously, it's in a very good place already, so I'm really excited that it's way better than any other diplomacy screen I've seen in a long time. So there's that. Yay, exciting, the diplomacy screen, you guys have seen it. I'll come back out. What I'd like to do is basically build my economy and my industry up high enough to launch an attack against the Dreylock. so that I can show you ship combat and possibly ground combat. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna use my debugging skills, my debugging tools, to spawn a hero that can send us to a ground combat on a ship. And I think that'd be cool to see. You can see both the event and what ground combat's like. So I'm gonna do that. And as a result, I'm gonna have to go ahead and build my treasury up. And in the meantime, we can also look to see what we're gonna do in order to build a fleet. You know, I'm not gonna do that just yet. I had ideas to do that, and I think I'm gonna just hold off. We will build a fleet academy so that when we do build our ships, they're gonna be +1 level, so that they'll be a little bit more stronger than hopefully the Draylock. I don't know. They might be good. They're already better at me than in the technology department. Okay, so that's strange. I don't know why it's not letting me click it. So, whatever. Small little bug. We'll go this way, and we'll come back over here. I don't want to build this construction ship. I'd rather build this that'll allow me another command point, which is the ability to build more ships, or more fighter ships, I should say. Any ship above, or I'm sorry, ships beyond the command point or the command point max cost more money. So it becomes very expensive to have large fleets without your command points being high enough. So we'll do the starbase. And yeah, I don't know why that showed up. And what I might do is, I know one of my YouTube friends said that I should colonize Pearl, and I think that's a good idea. But the problem is that there is, I forgot what it was here. I think there was a pirate. Yes, there was a pirate. That's right, and I tried to avoid them earlier. I didn't know if it was going to set off an event, and I didn't want to show the events yet. So I avoided that. We'll send this guy. He's got very little fuel, so we'll make him head back to Army, and then we'll see if we can't get him to scout out that star there. Your fleet is running out of fuel? Yeah, so what happens is when it runs out of fuel, I probably shouldn't have skipped over that as quickly. It enters a cryostasis status and slow boats it back to known space. Now it's back in space. It'll come back to Army and refuel. So now we're back at 100. I'll move him to the edge of space here. Edge of known space, I should say, or edge of my territory. Alright, great. So I got +3 research per scientist, which is something I want to do to catch up in the research department. And what we can do here is let's do ion beams. We're going to add some beam weapons to our ships so that we can fight it out with the Draylock. Maybe be a little bit better armed than they will be. And what I want to do is I want to come to the outskirts of this, see what it was that I ran into before. Oh no! Maybe I had pushed out a little bit farther because there's no pirate there, which means I need to most definitely build a colony ship and get them out there ASAP. May even move one of these guys to that, so we have +14 industry. It's helping out, and I didn't actually check, but 7 turns for another population point. I know that I haven't done that many turns, so it's definitely better than it was before. Oh yes, see, I knew he was out there. I'll just auto it because it's not like I'm gonna win, and I can't avoid him fast enough. So poor little scout, he is done. I'm not sure if I can sneak in there, maybe, because I bet you I can sneak in there with another ship and sort of distract him while the colony ship comes in behind it. So we'll make a fodder one. We'll also, oh, that's right. So we got the research +3. Add that to our queue. Oh, and by the way I ended up moving my citizens from this planet to the next is all I have to do is come into the Empire Management screen and I can drag them. So it won't let me now because there's already 3 people here, but I just took one of these guys and I dragged it over, and it would basically set me up to send a freighter from Volfar to air me with 1 population point. Oh, and somebody complained that, I mean not complained, I guess somebody made fun of me for not actually mousing over all these strategic resources, so I will mouse over every single one of them now. And you can pause it if you want to read it. This is fan service right here. Right here. Don't say I never did anything for you. I should totally skip the last one, but I'm not going to. Alright, there you go. So I've moused over all of them, you can look at them. Sorry about that. And we'll just keep letting turns go by, especially since I want this to be increased. Trade treaties give me 4. Colony maintenance is 9. And my 2 heroes are 1 apiece for a total of 2. What I should have done is actually research the Imperial Bank. But we'll leave the ion beams there. So I'm going to send this guy over yonder. And what I'll do is, like I said, I'm going to distract that pirate ship as soon as this construction ship's ready. Yikes, that's going to take forever. Whatever, so I'm going to hold on to space and let turns go by. And almost there. Why do I have -1 all of a sudden? Oh, my trade treaty's up, so we should go ahead and see if we can start another one. See, so my tolerance is low. I'm sorry, my tolerance is high, and this is below my tolerance. And let's see if we can get them to agree. No! We can offer tribute. Might help with the tolerance level. It didn't do anything because it has 0 value. Let's see if we can do something with this. Yeah. Maybe the values are off a little bit because obviously this should be something that would reduce the tolerance. Or the amount of tolerance that it would consume, but it's not. Refuse to pay us tribute. I only did that once. Okay, there's the bug. Oh well, whatever. So I can't do it. I'm not gonna get my money. Screw the Draylock. I'm gonna kill them anyways, or at least attempt to. Oh, and here we go. Magister Kroll, Master Negotiator. He's charming, so I get a diplomatic tolerance increase. And as a result, I should probably get him so that I can... But he's 100 BC, and I know that I need about 200 BC to initiate that one event. Choices. What do I do? I do want to show you ground combat, so I'm going to reject it. I'm going to do what I can. Sorry. How pretty is that? He's so pretty. But I do want to show you ground combat, and that means I need the 200 BC. And 100 BC hit right now would be too much. So let's bring him over here. And what we're going to do, like I said, is try to colonize this by way of sneaky shit. Auto that. So I hopefully distracted him long enough. No, I didn't. Crap. Oh no. Alright, sorry Chris. I'm not going to be able to colonize Pearl 2 today. Especially with my time limit and with my inability to play this game well. So, alright, so let's see what we can do to decrease this negative income. Or I should say, to increase the negative income so that I no longer am getting hit with such a negative number. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do, I think, screw the fact that I can build larger ships and I get the command point. I'm going to click to scrap it. I received 75, and hopefully that'll reduce my colony maintenance. It did not enough. Maybe I should continue to look for something else that I can do. Oh, I definitely need that. I'll click to scrap that too. Oh, so now I have 307 BC, which is perfect, because I can go ahead and initiate what I was going to. So what I'm doing now is using the debugger to spawn Alex Black, and we're gonna do her event. There we go. So she has now joined us. And what is about to occur is I'm gonna let the turns go by. 2 turns. She's gonna come to me and say, or 3 turns maybe, or not. What you doing? Okay. Oh my god. All that for nothing. She does come to you for a favor, to ask you to retrieve her ship, and it becomes a ground combat event. But I guess something didn't trigger right. Maybe I just completely screwed this all up, and that sucks. So let's try to be, we'll fire her, and I'll just re-summon her after we sell a couple things. Yeah, I need that because I want to fight the... But you know what? I'll click to scrap it anyway, so we'll get 75 BC from that. And I won't need too many infantry troops after all this goes down, so there's 75 again. And sorry, this is gaming it definitely. I do want to show it to you, so I want to get this done. Hopefully, whatever I did wrong last time, I don't do again. Has hired will be stationed at Aramie until further orders. So normally I would do a couple turns and she'll come to me. There. I don't know why it didn't trigger the first time. So this is something that Zero has been adding to the game. There aren't many of them now, but he plans to have a crap ton. But it's basically an event that is triggered, you know, based on certain events. In this case, Alex comes to you and says basically, like I said, that she wants her ship back, and we're gonna go help her take her ship back. Very well, perhaps we'll help her out. And it triggers. Here it is. So this is the event, and there are a bunch of events that you can find through exploration. Well, I guess there aren't that many, but there are a few already, and he plans to have a lot, and I mean like just as many as he can push out before release. And they basically, you go to explore them with a ship, and it's, you know, it can be anything between a minor race to a ground combat event to ship-to-ship battle. I mean, it's all sorts of different stuff, and they're all really cool so far. Really cool scripted events. And what we'll do is, because I've got 2 of her. Okay. Obviously, something's slightly broken with this. Not a big deal. Like I said, we're in beta. Beta. And I will... Actually, I'll just bring her... Oh, no, that's not going to work. You can shift-click all these and launch the 4 that she said that can come with us. And I will match them up. And now we've got her and 4 ground troops. And we will send them over to this. And now I can basically initiate this event. Take all of them with me. It says I can do 5 out of, or I can do 5, and I've got 5 out of 5. And here we go. Alright, so cool little scripted event. The owl walk that you're about to see, he's going to eventually be illustrated just like she is, but he's placeholder. let you read that. And then it begins. So Alex doesn't have any skills or weapons just yet, but these guys do. So it's also cover based, much like XCOM. So it's best to send these guys behind cover. We'll end turn and let them move. They'll probably shoot first, yep. Unfortunate, but we'll see what we can do to even out the odds here, even though I'm going to lose, there's no doubt. This is like a mid-level battle, or like mid-game battle, and my troops aren't nearly equipped enough to beat these guys. And we'll just hide her behind her, because as soon as she dies, this whole thing's over. So you have Volfar lackeys, you have Volfar alphas. You have your Owlwalk, but his name is Marlon Brandal, which is awesome. He's got a rail rifle and a med kit. And these guys have laser rifles, Corsair mercenaries. The Kilrathi is a melee character, or melee unit, so he has to get up close for stuff. And then these guys, I think the only difference between this guy and this guy is the amount of AP he has and hit points. Actually, I don't think the AP changes. They're both 2 AP, but he's got 50 hit points, and he's only got 20. In turn, like I said, I'm going to lose this. There's no way I'm not going to win. I mean, there's no way I'm not going to lose it. It's hard enough when you're in the mid-game. So to be very early game and be trying this is a disaster. It's a recipe for a disaster. At least I got 2 of them. She needs to hide. He needs to come over here. And I guess I could move him. Yeah, let's do that. Move him behind some cover. Oh no! He's done! Move this guy. Take a couple shots at... I don't know why it's... There we go. For some reason, it wasn't shooting. Normally it would tell me that it's not in my line of sight, and I think that's the case, and that's why I'm not able to shoot. And I don't know why this isn't working. Too far, laser pistol. Up, so it's too far. Line of sight blocked. And yeah, this is probably gonna be the last round as I die. Or not. Cool. One more chance. And it's not gonna happen. Hide behind him. Yep. Like I said, there's very little chance for me to actually beat that. It's a tough scenario. And old Brandal here, he's got quite a weapon. So that is ground combat. It is awesome. It's a great diversion. I love the change of pace with that kind of stuff. I mean, this is just a shipboarding scenario, but ground combat that occurs when you invade planets is, I mean, it's on a planet and fun. I like it a lot, and I know that Zero, intends to flesh out even further, so it's going to be even better by the time you guys get your hands on it. And okay, so that's, yeah, we'll bring her back to Vader. See what we've got going on now. So we're still at a -2. This Imperial Bank will help as soon as we can get that research, so I'm just going to go ahead and push for that. And we have it now. We're going to go straight to building it. Got that going, and we'll go over to Vader as well and make that happen. Imperial Bank. And got an extra one, so why not throw them over here. Plus 17 production, which is good. And if I had more time, I really would probably try, well, I probably wouldn't try Pearl 2. I might actually build a fleet to take out that pirate and take this planet, because this planet's a good planet. There's nothing, oh, so the delicacies, this is a good one too, actually. 241 does have a maintenance penalty, which would increase my debt at this point. So, I mean, this would be an opportunity to expand if I wasn't trying to basically rush a fleet to take out, or at least try to take out the Draylock. So this would have helped with my ground combat. This would have increased troop hit points and hit point recovery, but obviously I wasn't in a place to research that before. So what we'll do, plasma fuel cells, that would be good, but I'm trying to get something a little bit more battle oriented. Let's do let's do the armor. We'll put some armor. Oh no, that's for the ground troops, my bad. I think the plasteel armor is for the ship. Yeah, there we go. Build that out, and we'll see how close we are to these Imperial banks. It says 300 or 13 turns. So we'll just go ahead and pass the time away here with the spacebar. Turns go by so fast. I love it. I hate waiting forever for turns. Like, there's some 4X games out there that it never really gets terribly long. Like, even in the later game, I've never seen it go, you know, any really longer than it just did. So I love it. We've built that, so that's great. Let's see how much we're making now. We're making +4 here. Still at a negative. And oh, you know, it's because we got Alex now, which we need to get rid of, because she was simply there to provide the ground combat experience. Sweet, +1. So we'll come over and see how long it's going to take to get to Army. Actually, let's scoot out, and it's four turns. And we got the plasteel armor. Great. Choose some more research. Asteroid superstructure we don't need because we obviously don't have any asteroids colonized. Orbital habitat. Cannot build in asteroid fields. I know. Xenopsychology. I remember there was one over here. Gain 10 approval. Now I'll show you approval real quick. Approval's here, and it obviously affects pretty much everything. Your approvals definitely, I think it affects your income as well. No, maybe not. I don't know what effects it has. I thought I did, and I'm wrong. So I'm gonna click out of here and pretend like that didn't happen. All right, so let's go back to choosing research and completely ignore xenopsychology. Someone, if one of the beta testers knows the effects of approval on the actual game and any of the numbers, please tell me. No, we won't do any of that. We can go back to maybe cloning center, substantial boost. No, we don't need that. Defensive flares would be pretty good for our eventual attack, but at this point, you know what? I'll go experimental. Maybe in the time that it takes me to finish this video, you'll see one of the experimental techs. Sweet, so it's done. Come to Army. It's -2 still. The fact that it's barren is just really crushing me. So it's really hard to overcome barren planets. I'm gonna remember that in the future, because I really don't think that I'm going to be able to come out of debt, which just sucks. Because you know what I think? I think the small bonus that it gave me offset the negative balance of the building. So, or it even maybe cost me more to have than the bonus it gives me. Because I used to get +1 BC and now it's 0. Okay. Well, I never claimed to be any good at this game. I just claimed to be able to break it, like I said. So, we can send her this way. We'll have her land. I meant to do that before. The problem is the Volfar aren't very good as far as their economy goes either. I think that's actually one of my Wait, actually, wrong place. Oh no, actually, it's my inability. Oh, I'm dumb, so I'm bad at research. I grow pretty quickly. My production's pretty good, but I don't make very good ships. Oh well. What we're gonna do anyways is we're going to... I'm gonna cheat again. That's what I'll do. Show you some ship combat by cheating again, by basically building a bunch of maybe shredders and rangers. Oh, you know what? I know something that you guys definitely want to see, so we'll do that real quick. The shipbuilder. I'm not going to build anything, but I'm going to show it to you real quick. I know that there's a video about it that you got to see a little bit about, but here it is in all of its glory. See all the numbers over here. It's very readable, very easy to understand. They're all tool-tipped, which is awesome. In fact, I'll go over them real quick. There you go. A lot of the modules from StarDrive 1 have returned. There are a bunch of new ones that you get as you progress, but they're all there and they're all in high-res, super awesome definition. These little mouse overs show you which direction they're firing. Their firing arc pretty much as the first one had, just the same. You can alter those as you place them, and that's it. And then you can go through. I mean, as you, I have access to this now because it's the dev mode, but you wouldn't have access to these until you research them. And they're all there. Much better. They're color coded now, so that you know what goes where. Don't have the I, E, O, or whatever it was before. I forgot all of them. And that's it. Not gonna build anything. Don't have enough time. Sorry guys, but I did want to show it to you. It's there. It's still a lot of fun, and there will be like your base models and stuff. I'm sure that either between the beta testers or Zero or all of us combined, we'll have a bunch of default ships and stuff that you don't have to design. Because I know some of you don't really want to design them, but some of you are really awesome at designing them, way better than me. So you have that option. So as far as making shredders, we'll come up here and build some rangers. And once they're all built, we'll combine them. And I'll spawn a pirate ship to come attack us. You'll see ship combat. And then I'll wrap this up because, yeah, this game is spiraling out of control. But that's alright, because it's really just a showcase of what is there and how far this game is already. And yeah, I won't say anything about release date, but I will tell you that Zero is flirting with a date that I think makes a lot of sense. It will allow him the amount of time he needs to get this thing polished and pretty and ready for prime time. But I will not say or even hint at when I think that date is, or when it is going to be. But he does have a date in mind, so. Alright, there's 6 of them. I think that's enough to at least, well, I mean, I'm gonna get crushed anyways. So let's go ahead and just spawn the pirate ship, and it'll come out of nowhere. It's just part of the debug tool. There's trouble on the horizon, pirate incursion, blah blah blah. It'll come out of nowhere. We will, oh, I'll just build whatever. Don't care at this point. We'll wait for the purple ship to appear. There he is. And so we will do this ship-to-ship combat, and we will call it a day. So enjoy it while it lasts. Fight. Fight. So something I glossed over before is this is a deployment zone. Sorry, got a little bit glitchy there. And in deploying them, you can set them up however you want. Like maybe if you had some ships that are better at long range stuff and maybe aren't as good at armor, you can set the ships that maybe have higher armor in front of them and allow these two. Actually, you know what? The Rangers are a longer range ship, so we can set them in the back. It doesn't like being that close, sorry. And we'll just do this. So they're all in a little formation. The 2 Rangers are in the back with their longer range missiles. These guys have like the flat cannons and stuff. And let's go ahead and begin. Select them all. Scroll on over. These guys are carriers, so they've launched some fighter ships, and we will go ahead and attack. Okay, there's 3 Rangers. See how they all are kind of standing back and launching their missiles, and it's oh so pretty. You got your fighters still coming around, and all these ships operate on different planes, so you can see them occasionally like overlapping each other, but they're going over the other ship, and you'll see the shadow on the ships as the ships cross over. Oh, we beat one of them. Holy crap. Was not expecting that. These long-range missiles are really good. Oh, there goes one of them. You might be able to get it. So you can actually tab over these. You click and you select on it, you can tab over it to see how their modules are doing, just like StarDrive 1. So you can see that he's pretty much full strength. See how these guys are doing. And he's losing some right side armor and the weapon on the right side, and now he's about to lose his left side completely. Those beams are pretty strong. Oh, we might actually be able to get him. We might be able to get him because he's now weak in the back, and we're just annihilating him from behind. From behind. Nope. I mean from the rear. There's no right way to say that. And we did it. Holy crap. So, we won! Excellent. And here's your summary screen. This will help you kind of figure out how well your unit designs are going, because they show you the damage dealt, the damage taken, and in this case the Rangers are crushing it with their long-range missiles. This one was level 2, so he had some extra firepower behind him. I don't really necessarily know how levels are affecting damage and stuff like that yet. And in fact, I'm not even sure that it's completely worked out. But yeah, so we won. Good job. Yay for us. And that is ship combat. It's very pretty, and I promise you, unit design has a lot to do with being able to win. And then it sets up the pirate base event, and that now is here. And I'm not going to show you that. I'm not going to spoil that for you, but that is a series of events that gets pretty awesome and exciting, and yet another one of them that he has implemented, so something to look forward to. And I think that's going to be it for now, guys. Like I said before, Zero's going to kind of reevaluate his PR strategy, so I'm going to hold off on any more videos. I want him to figure out what he wants to do, and then once he's determined what his plan is, and as long as I'm not stepping on his toes, I'd be happy to make a full Let's Play with maybe some actual strategy that involved, and show you basically as much as we can without giving too much away. But the idea for Zero is to have enough of these events that no two playthroughs are alike. So I'll tell you that this right here, the Grimdark Traverse, that is also an event. If I brought a ship through that, that would occur. This Ionic Storm here, that's an event. And there are many others, including some Easter eggs that have been recently introduced. So, and I almost gave away enough of a hint to the release date, and I caught myself. But I'm telling you that there's enough time that he can get stuff done, especially being beta and feature complete at this point. So it's definitely something to look forward to, and I hope that I've done enough to show you the basic points of this game, the basic features, and maybe even gotten you excited about it, because I've been in it since he was sort of hitting mid alpha, and it has gotten so good in such a short period of time, and I can only imagine it being just utterly fantastic by the time you guys get it. So stay tuned, and I will definitely make sure to let you guys know if I can do another Let's Play, or if I do another Let's Play. And in the meantime, come on by exploreminate.com. Trying to build a 4X community there. It's my brand new website, trying to build as much content as I possibly can, and you know, anybody who's into 4Xs is welcome. Hell, anybody's welcome, but I'd really like some feedback from you 4X fans. And yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This was Devil Dog from Explominate.com. I'll see you guys next time.